Encore in the red silks for Jim Rigney, Richard Rigney, excuse me. They are racing. Kind of slow start for Fire Baby, but a quick one for Encore up to the outside. Favorite Outlaw away racing to the inside. Overbore is backed off the speed from third, and Fire Baby is last of the quartet. 2x2 up the backside they go, and it is Favorite Outlaw from the Hartman barn dueling it out with Encore for Richard Rigney up to the outside. These two match strides as they continue to run up the backstretch just outside a half mile to go. Fire Baby is to the inside of Overbore. So they continue 2x2, just about 2.5 lengths from top to bottom, the quarter 22 seconds flat. The leader, Favorite Outlaw. Encore glued to that one to the outside, and Overbore in the three-path while racing third. Fire Baby is under a shove there from fourth, 2.5 off the pace with just outside a quarter mile to go. And Encore raising the stakes now on Favorite Outlaw. Overbore has been parked out in the three-path route, and Fire Baby's at the back of the pack in top of the home stretch. Half mile 44-4. So fast fractions between Favorite Outlaw and Encore. Encore has gained the upper hand inside the furlong grounds. Favorite Outlaw had no response. Fire Baby and Overbore the next two. 1/16 to go. Anchor down. Here comes Encore. Encore is going to deliver at 6-5, gathered up in the end by about 4.5. Favorite Outlaw was second. Fire Baby just nosed out Overbore for the third spot. 1/16 flat. Philly 2-year-olds at the post. And they are racing. Slow start for Sensational. A quick one for both Gloriette and Bella Hayes, who barrels on out. So up the backside, Gloriette, the daughter of Mullings, up top, 1.5 lengths. Bella Hayes away in the second position. Sweet Mimi is third. 2 lengths for the back fundamentally. Came away racing fourth. She's hard ridden to keep pace. Up the inside, Sharpo Gal. Deep in the courses, She's Cool. Still 3 back to slow starting Sensational, who's on the move. Vivi's in front is next. And then it's Fasta La Vista, baby. As they head into the far turn, really strung out here. More than a dozen lengths from top to bottom. The quarter was 22-2. And Gloriette and the Axeman out there showing the way. But here comes the presence of Bella Hayes, who breezes up to her outside. Fundamentally is making a wide ascent, and up the inside, Sweet Mimi still 5. Back to She's Cool, top of the home stretch, and here comes Bella Hayes on the move and on the attack after Gloriette. And fundamentally, the daughter of Liam's Map, she's gaining ground to 1 furlong to go. Bella Hayes has grabbed the lead and wrestled it away from Gloriette. Fundamentally was charting a wide course. She's up into second, but down shows the wire. Bella Hayes punched home as the 7-5 favorite. She won by 3.5. Fundamentally was second. Gloriette third. Up the fence, She's Cool was next. And then it was Sensational in 1:11-3. The field in the gate. They're at the post. And they are racing. Perfect start. Nom de Plume, Private Credit reaching out for the early lead. Meanwhile, 2-minute Drill just tried to squeeze through and slammed on the brakes. Bruna Boyne advances out in the clear, up early there, as well as Work of Fiction, who charts a wide course early as they work around that opening turn. From between horses, Magic Bubbles is right there, right alongside Miss Peabody, who's really into the bit, tugging hard against the jock. Storm Bay settles along about 9 or 10 lengths off the lead, beyond doubts towards her inside as they work around that turn. Lexa is 3 deep, and then it is Pettit Geek and Holy Foley is at the back of the pack, the quarter 23 and 4/5 seconds. They run up the backside at the P-Patch, 4.5 furlongs to travel. And Private Credit in flow, showing the way 3 parts of a length. Work of Fiction tracking her from second. Definitely inside from third is Nom de Plume. There goes Miss Peabody, who's been tugging hard for much of the journey. On her back is Storm Bay. From between horses, Bruna Boyne, 2-minute Drill, after checking, has drawn within about 7 lengths of the lead. Then it's Beyond Doubt as they race around the turn, 47 and 1/5 seconds of time for the half mile. It's still Private Credit to the inside, has the lead and the fence as they work around the turn with a quarter to go. And up to the outside, Work of Fiction. Many chances as they straighten away for the drive. And Private Credit is glued to the fence. Work of Fiction to her outside. From between horses, Nom de Plume is gaining ground 3 deep. And then it's Bruna Boyne from fourth. Here's Work of Fiction, who's found the front, but Nom de Plume has gained the upper hand late. And Nom de Plume's going to win by 1.5 lengths in the end. Bruna Boyne, a good effort to be second. Work of Fiction third. And then it was Storm Bay or Holy Foley from last, got into that picture there for the Miners. 134 into 134.51 the running time. 2-year-olds to go a mile at the post. And they are Racing. Sluggish beginnings for Django and Gotta Have Dreams. Fast one, though, for Coastal Brink. Sit out by Keith. It will have pressure early as they work around that quarter turn. There's Money Shot, and West Saratoga in North Henderson is 3 wide and advancing there as they work up the backside now. So, from the outside, West Saratoga has the lead and goes on with it a length to Coastal Brink and Generous Tipper. They are second and third. To the inside, Thanks Frank is fourth and in tight once again. Money Shot is in the clear. First of his name will have to work out a trip really covered up here and sequestered behind a thicket of horses as they head down the backside and advancing to the outside. That is Town Hall. Town Hall full of run there on the run down the backstretch. Still 6 or 7 back to Gotta Have Dreams and at the back of the pack. Hallelujah, Harris. The quarter 23 and 3. So into the far turn run, just about 3.5 furlongs from the finish line. And it is West Saratoga from the Demerit barn. Up top doing it nicely. Shoved along for some speed. Thanks Frank, the son of Into Mischief, trying to catch a hold there from second. Up to the outside, full of run, but getting out into both hands by Corey Landry. He's on that left rein of Django as they race around the turn with a quarter to go. Meanwhile, up top, West Saratoga, it spurts away. The son of Exaggerator comes to the top of the stretch with a 3-length lead. Generous Tipper is loose and charging, but in the four-path and up the inside, Thanks Frank. But with a 16th left to go, West Saratoga is clear, but Generous Tipper is going to make a race of it here. Generous Tipper lunging, but Generous Tipper is going to run out of racetrack. West Saratoga for Larry Demerit gets it done here by a length and a half. Generous Tipper with that strong gallop out there was second. Then it was Django and a trio of horses including first of his name, Thanks Frank in Town Hall, 137 and 2. Fillies and Mares at the post. And they are racing. Clemps Muse was put in tight shortly after the start, and she is last. Seduced is first along the run the first turn. She is crossed and cleared, and that'll stack about 6 of them up across the course. So into the first turn, it's Seduce. Up top leading Sand and Sea from second. Musical Story 3 wide third. Down on the inside, Salabaya off the pace today. She's fourth and about 6 off the pace. $1 Million Cat settles along mid-flight just in front of Yo Puedo as they turn up the backside. Always at ease. Gives them about a 10-length head start. Scarlet Stripes to the outside of her. Still 3 leagues back to Donnie as they charge up the backside, and then Dan Barrett's Mustang Lady is second last, and after that compromise beginning, Clemps Muse is last of them all. She has some pace to chase, though, the quarter 23 and 4. 1/2 mile to go as they traverse the Ellis Park backside in Seduce. Still leading Sand and Sea, but now she draws an ever closer second. Salabaya is sequestered down along the inside, covered up by Musical Score. 3 lengths for the back to $1 Million Cat as they start to quicken around the turn. There goes Sand and Sea. And Sand and Sea on the side, showing the way. Musical Score turning up the pressure to the outside. Here she comes with those menacing strides. And Salabaya is getting a dream trip up the fence. And Salabaya and the Biscuits sending her on through by the furlong grounds. She's collared Sand inside. These two stride for stride. Musical Scores back into third. Sand and Sea has something left for the challenge of Salabaya. She turns her back. Sand and Sea scores on the side. Sand and Sea wins it in 134 and 1. And they are off sights to bow at the start for Tis Wicked Strong. Speedy beginning for Active Duty. Also fleet-footed from between horses. Enough already on the run the first turn. Creative Way had to jump a couple of heels there into the run of the first turn. The Gray Speed Institute advances as Carcano is parked out wide and as they work around the opening turn. Ice Time is about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead as they have about 6.5 furlongs to travel. Then it's Bob White, Bobby. Ice Time, and at the back of the pack as they have 6 furlongs to go is Texas Pride and Tis Wicked Strong. The quarter 24 and 2. Up the backside they turn, 6 furlongs to go. And showing the way, Concerted, the son of Hardspun. And those famous Godolphin Silks towing along Speed Institute, who's keyed up to the outside. Active Duty is along the inner rail from third. And then it is Carcano's fourth. Enough already. Is fifth at about 7 or 8 off the pace. Advancing to the inside is Ice Time. Bob White Bobby emerges from between horses as they head over into the turn, a length to Texas Pride. And Tis Wicked Strong is still last. 1/2 mile, 48 and 1. Into the far turn, Concerted. Concerted opens up a link to Speed Institute. Down on the inside, it's Active Duty. Carcano comes to tackle with a 3-wide blitz as they race around the turn with a quarter to go. And still with that prime pole position, Concerted. But Carcano comes to tackle to the outside, and Carcano raising the stakes on Concerted. These two to the top of the home stretch now. Flow starts to get jiggy on Concerted, and he's responding. Carcano to the outside. Still 4 back to Active Duty. Another couple to Speed Institute. Carcano finally putting away Concerted with a 16th to go. Here's BBN Racing's Carcano, the son of Bulduro, racing to the wire to win, gathered up by 2 1/4. Concerted was second from the clouds. Tis Wicked Strong got up in a photo there with Active Duty, and the running time 1:50.2. They're at the post, and they are off in the Kentucky Downs Preview Mint Ladies Turf Sprint. And it was a fast beginning for Love and Money. Also up the inside, Baystorm flashing speed. There goes Going Good. Advancing from between horses, moving up a position as well, Linguistic. Quaria Comet came away racing in the 5th position, 6 off the pace. Samble Jou races long in 6, just in front of New Boss's 7th. And Super Bunnings is 8th in trailing. They got the quarter 21-3. So the pace is on in the Ladies Mint Turf Sprint as they're midpoint through the turn, and they're chasing Love and Money. Love and Money showing the way. Going Good is right there too, as Linguistic is there, and Baystorm is loaded. Is going to need some luck here, so she's trapped along the rail just waiting for a seam as they turn on down, and it's Love and Money. There's room now for Baystorm. Try to come on through, and here she comes barreling with that late stretch energy. Baystorm 1 of 5 across the course with a 16th to go. Quaria Comet lunging to the outside. Here comes Quaria Comet after Baystorm. These two to the wire, and Baystorm grinds it out up the fence to win the 5th running of the Kentucky Downs Preview Mint Ladies Turf Sprint and stops the timer in 1:01.1. All set, and they are racing in the 2nd running of the Kentucky Downs Preview Dueling Grounds Derby. And it was a good start for Active Fool. Also quick into stride towards his inside is Worthington. Tall Boy stacks up 3 deep on the run the first turn, where Golden Bandit is 4th down along the rail. Desert Duke from the outside has worked his way down to about the 3 path as they head over into the opening turn. Then down along the inside, it's Anglophile. Hidden Path just got shuffled back a couple of positions there and advancing up to the outside. That's the favorite Wadsworth for Godolphin's 3rd last, and the last 2 are Lincoln Highway and Highway Robber. The quarter in 23-1. They turn up the backside, and showing the way up top in the Preview Dueling Grounds Derby is Worthington's built up a 2.5 length lead. Active Fool off the pace there from 2nd. Golden Bandit to the inside 3rd. Tall Boy is in the clear while racing in 4th from between horses. Sherrar is 5th at about 7 or 8 off the pace. Worthington, and then there goes Wadsworth up to the outside as they race around the turn. So Worthington still the one to catch, 2.5 to Active Fool. Up from the outside, Tall Boy is next. Golden Bandit. Here's a blitz from Sherrar in about the 5 path, 3/4 quick. There's plenty of pace to chase for Wadsworth. 1:09.3 the running time for the 3/4 as they reach the top of the home stretch. 3 across the course and about to be 4, because here comes a blitz from Wadsworth to the top of the home stretch, and Wadsworth way out wide with those sweeping moves. Here's Wadsworth now trying to split horses. Is Highway Robber, who just had to touch the brakes. Up the inside comes Anglophile from the backfield. Lincoln Highway 1/16 to go. Here comes Highway Robber up to the outside of Wadsworth. To the inside is Anglophile to the wire. A photo finish. Tight photo finish. I don't know. Wadsworth was in the middle. Highway Robber was lunging right up to the outside. Max KO to the outside. They're at the post. And they are off in the 7th running of the Kentucky Downs Preview Mint Millions Turf Mile. And it was a good start for Minnesota Ready, who slides on through underneath, has the lead and the fence, but will have company as they're well bunched on the run the first turn. Right alongside Minnesota Ready is Big Dreaming. 3 deep on the course is Forte Ventura as they work around the opening turn. Then it is down along the inside. Hosier came away racing about 4.5 lengths off the lead, advancing to the outside. Max KO in between horses and tugging as they head up the backside is Trafalgar. Then we trail back down along the inside to Gray's Creek, and also right alongside on the run down the backstretch, Gray's Fable, 2nd last, and Santos Dumont is last of them all. Still well bunched as they run up the backside. Not much pace on. The field covered by just about 7 lengths. The half mile, 48-1. Big Dreaming leads, but has company Fuerteventura. And up to the outside, Max KO with a 3-wide bid as they work around the turn. From between horses, Hosier races up into the 4th position. The River City winner is about 3 lengths off the pace, just outside a quarter mile to go. And it appears Hosier's locked and loaded. He just needs a clean place to go as they stack up 3 across the course, and they turn on down in the preview Mint Millions Turf Mile. And from the middle, Fuerteventura still fighting on the fence. Big Dreaming, 3-wide bid from Max KO. Hosier is loose and charging, and here comes the Gray. Gray's Creek upset-minded and late on the scene from the clouds. Gray's Fable is getting rolling, but Hosier has found the front deep in the final stages, and Hosier, the River City winner, adds the Kentucky Downs preview Mint Millions Turf Mile to his resume in 134-1.